Hello, I'm Liz Lumley of Finextra, and today in Conversation With, I'm speaking to Peter Keenan, CEO of Zapp. So, of course, we're going to talk a little bit about the payments market and also this new company, Zapp, of which you're CEO of. So, why don't we start off talking about a little of how you see the payments market evolving over the next few years?
Sure. Well, good morning, Liz. Look, I think there's a couple of things. I think the first word I would use is digital. The digital revolution's been here now for many years, probably getting on for over 10 years now. And we've seen, for example, what it's done in the music industry. And I think there's very little in banking today that can't be digitized. Probably with the exception of moving cash around, everything else in a bank can be digitized. And we've seen banks get into and launch internet banking. And it's only really in the last 2 or 3 years that we've seen the evolution of mobile banking. And I believe that actually the next logical innovation from there is the ability to make payments using your smartphone. So I think over the next 2 to 3 years, you'll start to see tremendous innovation from the ability to make payments using your phone.
So the Zapp company has recently been unveiled. So can you take us through the company and when you're going to officially launch?
Okay, well look, so Zapp, very simplistically, on one side we have merchants and acquirers, the acceptance market if you like, and on the other side we have consumers using their mobile banking application. And Zapp, if you like, is the payment ecosystem in the middle that will bring those two partners together. We facilitate, or we make it possible to make payments directly from your bank account to retailers and merchants, initially here in the UK, but ultimately we will look at other markets.
I mean, there's a lot of talk about incumbents, but also new market entrants. So how is that kind of different from incumbents and new entrants to the market?
Well, in a number of ways. I think the first thing to say, Zapp works from your bank account. All the research that we've done suggests that actually customers don't want all these different small sums of money in different wallets. They actually have a wallet, it's called their bank account, and they want to be able to make payments from their wallet. So Zapp will enable customers using their mobile banking application to pay directly from their bank account. The second thing that makes it different is the fact that at the point of payment, the customer will see the balance in their account. We think that's unique and in many ways gives the customer a lot more control over their finances at that point of payment. And obviously bringing the power of the smartphone to the pay moment, we call it, allows customers to keep records and receipts and so on and have all their data, if you like, in one place. So we think it's quite a revolution.
So you mentioned this is an account-based mobile payment service. So, we've seen a few of these types of services gaining traction over the past few months. And, what does this mean for the cards market, like the Visas and the MasterCards? What part do cards play in the future?
Well, look, cards are going to thrive for two reasons. First of all, consumers love cards. And there's no doubt about that. And all the research that we have done suggests that cards will continue to thrive. The second thing is cards have a phenomenal acceptance position, both here in the UK and indeed worldwide. So all the data I've seen suggests that the whole card industry is going to continue to thrive. What you will see in the next few years, and perhaps as early as this year, is some of the cards companies look to evolve and move into the mobile arena as well. But we see account-based solutions such as Zapp and cards very much coexisting going forward.
Okay, so you've talked us through the service, but what are the real benefits for the merchants and real retailers for Zapp?
Well, very simplistically, the real benefits for the retailers or the merchants are the fact that you get a payment ecosystem that's very much designed for the digital age. So what does that mean in reality? It means that for your e-commerce journey or your m-commerce journey, a frictionless checkout. I mean, one of the things that used to frustrate me, I used to be a retailer, is this massive complexity around checking out and the amount of consumers you would lose through the checkout process. Our checkout process is very simple. Akin, not quite as good as Amazon One Click, but very similar to Amazon One Click. And we believe we're going to bring that type of solution to the wider market.
Mm-hmm. So someone needs to invest in QR codes then in the future.
Well, we're technology agnostic. We will have a QR code solution. We'll also have an NFC solution, and we'll also have a Zapp code solution as well. So depending on which option the merchant feels able to invest in, or which one they want to utilize, or indeed which one they've already invested in, we'll have a solution that will be able to leverage that. The second thing that marks Zapp out as different is we're ubiquitous. So we're not just one channel. We don't just work in e-commerce. We work in all channels. Whether the customer wants to make a payment in a shop or in a restaurant or pay for their parking or online, you can use your Zapp mobile-enabled banking solution to make that payment.
Excellent. So we'll look out for the launch the middle of next year.
Middle of next year.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you.